Welcome back to the K-Files! Welcome to 2017!
2017, guys.
It's a brand new season, and we're starting off with a little bit of love. We're investigating Millennium. Welcome back to the lush basement office. It's a brand new season of the K-Files. Brand new logo.
Brand new logo, you guys.
Brand new day.
2017. We're starting it off right.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah, we're starting off with love. We're talking about good old Millennium. The 7th season, wonderful.
That's an interesting episode to start off about love and everything.
Well,
because I mean,
most of it's about zombies and
that's why I'm saying
this death cult that was obsessed with bringing about the end times.
Hey man, I'm not complaining. It was awesome to see zombies on the X-Files.
When it comes to the X-Files is pretty twisted, but when it comes to really dark stuff, Millennium had the market cornered. It wasn't a large audience that really got into Millennium, but if you liked it, you were in for a really dark ride for a television show in the late 90s.
So happy.
Did you ever watch Millennium?
No.
It's really dark.
But
well, no, you seemed into it.
I know, but I was talking more about the episode from the X-Files.
Sure.
I was
the
so
crossover.
happy. The crossover, man.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was an actual crossover.
Yeah, well, the
I had
show
no
Millennium,
idea watching the episode till after.
The show Millennium always had a modest audience, and it was canceled after, unfortunately, Chris Carter did his little move of ending things on a cliffhanger, and then the show was canceled.
How long was the show on?
3 seasons, I think. And they were great. I loved it. My parents watched it. It was actually too scary for me. My parents watched it, and I would sometimes try to stay up with them and watch it, but it gave me nightmares. It was very scary.
Hold on.
It was a
Scarier
really dark
than
show.
the X-Files?
Much, much scarier than the X-Files.
I find it hard to believe.
No, the stuff was so twisted on that show.
X-Files already set the bar up high for that time.
The killers on that show were some really horrifying monsters.
All right.
Yeah, I know. The X-Files was more family-friendly.
Really?
Comparatively, yes.
Okay, I can see that. Family friendly, huh?
No, check it out. I think you can find it somewhere on the internet to watch, streaming somewhere. Yeah, no, it's if you are into procedurals that have a darker bent, like David Duchovny's new show Aquarius is pretty dark. Although I have to say Millennium is still darker than that, I think. Anyway, but that show ended on a cliffhanger. And Chris Carter wanted to wrap it up, and he had Lance Henriksen, the star of Millennium, with a Frank Black character, come on to the 7th season of the X-Files and guest star in this episode, and it was his bid to essentially end the series, a series finale for Millennium. That was his crossover.
Naturally that he uses the X-Files, of course. I mean, it's an appropriate...
Yeah.
It's an... X-Files and zombies, of course, it makes sense.
Makes
I wouldn't
good
question
sense.
that. Like, would you?
They'd been kicking around an idea for a zombie episode for a while. There was a desire to do a homage to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, which is a seminal zombie film. And that was always kicked around the writer's room, and then this opportunity came up to cross over Millennium, and it seemed like that could be a potential thematic bridge, I guess, between the two, because they could weave in what the Millennium group wanted to do, which was bring about the end times. They could kind of weave that in with. And with the Millennium, they wanted to talk about like the Y2K problem. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah, I know. I remember that.
Yeah. So this
Half
was
of us do right now. Everyone just did the same look to like, yeah.
That was Frank Spotnitz really wanted to contribute that Y2K thing, because he apparently never bought into it. So But yeah, so the bridge was the zombie episode, and there was always going to be a scene where Mulder shoots zombies in a basement. That was always going to happen from the writers.
Again, another appropriate thing for the X-Files, something you won't question. Like,
yeah, it's a pretty cool scene too. It's pretty scary, I think.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, the X-Files had a lot of things scary enough for its time.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that there was another show scarier than that. Maybe there was, but
there was.
X-Files set the bar up high.
It's interesting. If you watched Millennium, you kind of know that the way the things ended for Frank Black and his daughter Jordan, it doesn't make a ton of sense that he's in this psychiatric facility and all this stuff's going on. But you know what? It's for me, I just sort of say yes to it because it's all worth it, I think, for that end sequence where Frank is reunited with his daughter Jordan through something that doesn't quite make a lot of sense legally, but I am like, yep, woohoo, I'm in. That's fine.
Usually they never do.
Bye, right off into the sunset, Frank and Jordan, you cute little girl. because the way things ended on the show is like super dark. Like his wife got killed by this group, and oh my gosh. So you were like, please just go and be happy together without any, apocalypse stuff. Anyway, so that happens. That happens, and then, the 1-2 punch of, like, schmoopiness, then you get the first kiss between our characters, Mulder and Scully, where they're both themselves in their present timeline, fully conscious, not possessed by someone, or themselves in a different time period, etc., etc., etc. No, it's
an actual moment that we finally get.
A first kiss. And it's, the turn of the 7th season is, of course, the season when they really do get together, and, by the end of it, Scully's pregnant, so... It's like their romantic season, kind of, if you think of... I'm on the X-Files, where you don't see anything.
X-Files style romantic. Well,
you don't see anything. It's all very subtle. And even in this episode, where we have their first kiss, there's nothing all that romantic in it leading up to it that suggests that, like, there is something going on where they would kiss. Mm-hmm. But there are little things that happen that if you are, paying attention to how these characters flirt, then you get to see... the fun stuff in the beginning where they're verbally sparring while Mulder's in the grave investigating and Scully's up top, and she's kind of making fun of him because she thinks that he's
the one spreading the rumor.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love their flirting. It's really cute. And there are a few other really cute little moments that they have. And then ultimately, of course, it's everybody's kissing in Times Square, and it's like, yeah, there you go. A to B to C. We should also talk about, this episode was directed by Thomas J. Wright, who did not direct any other episodes of The X-Files to my knowledge, but directed a ton of episodes of Millennium. He was
only
basically...
appropriate that he gets the crossover.
He was basically the Rob Bowman of Millennium for Chris Carter. He was like his director. So, yeah, very much appropriate.
Very appropriate.
Definitely the right guy to direct the episode for the X-Files. And I think he did a great job of kind of bridging the look of both shows. I think it was...
Yeah.
Because Millennium had a much darker look. It was grittier and... to suit the tone. So
it definitely was an X-Files episode for sure.
Like, yeah, looked like an X-Files episode.
So
an LA episode. You can differentiate between Vancouver and LA by the look of the show a lot of the time. It's like, does it look like Twin Peaks or does it look like Fox? but like a beautiful, elegant, I love the X-Files. Yeah, so what other thoughts on Millennium? Did you enjoy? You like the zombies?
I love the zombies. I love the fact that they use practical effects for it too. So like,
oh yeah,
it was
the makeup.
Yeah, the makeup was fantastic. Oh my god, I want to be a zombie so bad. After seeing that episode, I want to be a zombie so bad, so bad.
New Year's resolutions.
No, but
X-Files stuff.
No, but on a serious note, I really liked the episode. The zombies really played out. Like, you didn't even need much. Just three did like much damage.
The critical response to this episode is pretty middling to negative. A lot of the complaints are that it's not really an epic enough conclusion for Millennium, while also trying to do something insane, such as subvert an apocalypse. Like it's not Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It definitely seems different for the X-Files, but it also seemed appropriate.
Look, I think this was written by Chris Carter, Vince Gilligan, Frank Spotnitz. These are the mythology writers of the X-Files. This is Chris Carter is the inventor of the X-Files and of Millennium. This was what he gave us, and so if anyone can do it better, I don't know, but no one can do it more authentically than these writers. So I just think you have to say yes to the story, yes to the dream of the show, and see what it is for the characters. And for me, I just like to imagine that somehow it's like, the world didn't end, so Mulder and Scully kiss. That's like ultimately the story. Hooray for love! 2017. 4th season of the K-Files. If we don't start with love, where are we at?
Yeah, we're pretty screwed from there.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up the case on Millennium for now. We'll probably always come back to these episodes, I think, in future episodes and dig up more dirt. Yeah. We say the tagline of our show is, the truth is already here, because the truth is in these episodes, and we're digging it out. All right.
Just like the grave robber.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode. At least we're not stealing clothes, though.
I love that character, Mark Johnson. A great character. And he just recites that Bible verse so, like, elegant. It's like Shakespeare in his lips.
Nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Amazing. Another great X-Files supporting guest actor with a wonderful performance. All right. I'm your host, Katie. You can find me at KMoles on social media.
And I'm your co-host, Krizal. You can find me at Krizal on all social media. And I'm coming at you from HollywoodRedux.com.
Yeah, and be sure to check out ReduxGear.com, buy a shirt, check out our cool shirts. And we'll see you next week for a new episode. The truth is already here.
See you guys.
Thank you for watching. If you like that video, click below for more like it. Over here, you can follow us on all the social medias, and over there, you can subscribe to us on this here YouTube channel. Visit our store and buy a shirt featuring the art of Cruzelia. Very cool. You'll like it. Bill and Ted, Wayne's World, all the classics. Check it out. Thanks for watching.